Hello, this is the Kenyan Siasa. I be host Bali Dawa. The folks of the Kenyan Siasa on 9th, that was on Tuesday, the former Malindi MP and again former CS for Labour, Aisha Jumwa, ditched the party of UDA, United Democratic Alliance of President William Ruto, and officially joined the Power Party, Pamoja African Alliance, of the Senate Speaker Amason Jeffer Kingi. It will be remembered that Aisha Jumwa was a close political associate of President William Ruto. We can trace this back to approximately around the year 2018, after the handshake between Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta, the immediate former president, and the late Raila Amolo Odinga. From that point, President William Ruto, the then deputy president, got dissatisfied, got angered, and formed a certain group known as the Tanga Tanga before the formation of UDA, as he was now strategizing on how he will get the 2022 presidency. And again, we can take you back to Aisha Jumwa's political genesis. Aisha Jumwa began her political journey as a nominated councillor. That was before the promulgated 2010 constitution. During that time, the representatives of wards used to be known as councillors. She got into politics through the support, through the mentorship of the late Raila Amolo Odinga, who aided her with nomination for councillor. Then after that term was done, Raila Amolo Odinga helped her to secure the ODM ticket, and she became the first women rep of Kilifi County. That was in 2013. And in 2017, she became the MP of Malindi constituency through the ODM. Then, after the handshake, she parted ways with Raila Amolo Odinga and joined the Tanga Tanga group that belonged to the then Deputy President William Ruto. They've been together. Their political working relationship with President William Ruto for a long time had been cordial, seamless, smooth, flowing. And actually, in the 2022 general elections, she was given the nomination of UDA as its representative in the Kilifi gubernatorial race. However, she lost it to the current governor, who is of the ODM party. After losing the governor's seat, she was given the position of CS for Labour. But after the broad-based government formation, a cabinet reshuffle was done, and she was ejected from the cabinet. Of late, Aisha Jumwa has just been low-key with regards to national political transaction, but she has been actively been engaged in political activities in her county of Kilifi. Dear folks of the Kenyan Siasa, in this episode, we are scoping some of the reasons that might have led to Aisha Jumwa ditching the UDA party of President William Ruto, I beg your pardon, and joining the party of power of Amason Jeffer Kingi, the Senate Speaker. And number one, we can say that since the formation of broad-based government, President William Ruto hasn't been so keen with regards to his attention to the UDA members. After formation of the broad-based government, this is after the parting of ways between President William Ruto and the immediate former Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua. President William Ruto definitely lost the Gamer voting bloc, and he had to come up with strategies of filling that void. Therefore, President William Ruto has been focusing on investing in other allied parties so that he can manage to fill the void that has been left by the Gema region. By saying that he's been focusing on other political parties, we can say an example of the ODM party. He's so interested in winning the support of ODM so that he can inherit the strongholds of the late Raila Amolo Odinga. So at this juncture, President William Ruto hasn't been giving much attention to the party members of UDA. He's been concentrating more on other parties to coalesce them together so that he can have a large pool of votes in his basket as we get towards the 2027 general elections. Therefore, right now we can say that Aisha Jumwa maybe viewed it that it will be beneficial for her to be in another political party that is allied to UDA than being in UDA in itself. Because being in another political allied party, she might get the much needed attention as compared to when she's remaining within the UDA. Another factor that might have led to Aisha Jumwa ditching UDA to join PA party is the issue of UDA restructuring. After the election, President William Ruto embarked on a mission of restructuring the UDA party. And we can see this, for example, the likes of Johnson Muthama, the former senator from Machakos, who was the chairman of UDA, was removed from his position as the chairman and was given a certain appointment, not popular, and he's been low-key politically. We are not seeing him anywhere actively in national politics. The likes of Malala, the former Kakamega senator, who was the Secretary General, was also ejected from his position as the Secretary General of UDA. We have strong appointment, strong right-hand man, strong former right-hand man of President William Ruto, like, for example, Dr. Boni Halwale, who has also been removed from his powerful position of Senate Chief Whip and has been relieved of his several duties within the party of UDA. So, right now, the acts of President William Ruto has been active, and we can just say that maybe Aisha Jumwa sat with herself in a meeting and did some soul searching and saw it wise to decamp, because it was imminent that maybe even her fate maybe has been sealed, for lack of better words. Another factor that we can say that has led to Aisha Jumwa ditching the UDA party is the gubernatorial ambition for Kilifi County in the 2027 general elections. Aisha Jumwa still has ambitions to become the governor of Kilifi. And I beg your pardon, I've got some flu. And she's shown already clear signs that she's going to vie for the position of governor in Kilifi County. Right now, if we compare the UDA popularity in Kilifi County and the popularity of Pamoja African Alliance of Amason Jeffer Kingi, Amason Jeffer Kingi comes from Kilifi County. He's the immediate former governor of Kilifi County. Therefore, we can boldly say that our Kenyan politics are normally local, and right now, if maybe we do our research well, PA is stronger in Kilifi County than UDA. Therefore, it will be just wise for her to move from UDA and take the party that belongs to the people of our county to vie for the governor seat this might increase her chances of winning the governor seat against the current governor, Gideon Mungaro. And finally, we can just say that right now, UDA isn't, for lack of better words, we can just say that UDA is a shell of its former self. The UDA isn't the mighty UDA that we knew in the 2022, especially after Rigathi exiting the stage. UDA has reduced with regards to its muscles. And therefore, in the spirit of reinventing, in the spirit of rejuvenation, Aisha Jumwa is seeing it wise to reinvent herself by coming up with a new brand of party. Dear folks of the Kingi'S, we reached the halt of this episode. For those of you who are subscribed to our YouTube channel, the Kingi'S, we're humbled, we're glad, thank you. And for those of you who are not subscribed to our YouTube channel, the Kingi'S, we beseech you to show us some love by subscribing, then hit on the notification bell to get notified whenever we upload content. Remember that the Kingi'S is the pinnacle of the Kenyan political dynamics dissection. Bye-bye.